Back on BTN Live, Dave Revsine, Gerry, DiNardo, and Chuck Long. Of course, the big game in the Big Ten on Saturday, Michigan and Michigan State. Going to be a lot of fun, huge game in the Legends race. And we are pleased to be joined now by the head coach of the Spartans, Mark Dantonio, who's in our studio in East Lansing. And, Coach, this game has largely defined your tenure at Michigan State and has done so in a very positive sort of way. How do you convey to the younger players, especially those who might not be from the state of Michigan, just how important this game is to you and to this program?
Well, we're very fortunate. We have a lot of players from Michigan and really from the Midwest on our football team. And I think basically it's just like any place, you get a taste of it as a young player. And by the time you're actually playing in the football game, you pretty much understand what it's all about.
Coach, as an outsider, you seem to really enjoy this rivalry in this game. What part of it do you enjoy the most?
I think that, everything gets a little heightened. Just before the game, during the game, the excitement gets going. And you really can throw out the records, I think, basically, and start to really look at the game and how you play the game. And I think it's a game that, I've always said this, I think there are certain games in your coaching career or in your playing career that you just sort of take stock in as you move forward in your life. How'd you do in those particular games? And I think this is one of them. And I don't hide that fact. I'm not going to sit behind something and say it's not important. It's an important game for us, and it's important for a lot of our fans. And they sort of live in infamy, as you would say.
Coach, I have to talk about your quarterback, of course, Connor Cook, and his progress. I always felt in coaching quarterbacks, when they started to come to the sideline and start giving feedback to their coaches, that was growth in the quarterback. Is Connor starting to do that when he comes to the sideline? Is he saying, hey, Coach, I see this, I see that, let's go to that? Is he starting to do that?
Yeah, he does that. He does that with Brad Salem, our quarterback coach, and gets on the phone with Dave Warner, our offensive coordinator as well, every series. And I think he's pretty good in terms of these are the things I like. Where I think Connor's really good, I think he's resilient. I think he can bounce back from things. And I think that's something that's very difficult to do at times, especially when you're a young football player. And he's done an outstanding job doing that. And I think this is another big game for him, but they've all been big.
Coach, Chuck's a lot braver than I am. I wanted to ask a quarterback question, but I didn't know if the quarterback question ban was over. I can remember that one press conference, which, by the way, I think that's probably some of the best TV in the history of the Big Ten Network. But anyway, when you have a big game like this on your campus Saturday, how do you use it for recruiting? Is it a big recruiting weekend? Give us a little bit insight into how this can help you in recruiting.
Yeah, it's obviously a very big game in-state. Recruits obviously. I think a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores are coming. We've got quite a few players from the Midwest, and we've got guys who are committed to us coming to this football game from a lot of different places. And then we've got some official visits on campus as well too. Not very many, but we have some official visits, and that'll be special for them to see this environment and the emotion and really the passion that surrounds this football game. So. It'll help us. It's always going to help when you win. There's no question. So, we've got to keep our eye on the prize as well.
Coach, let's talk about the other quarterback, Michigan's Devin Gardner, for a minute. Looking at your schedule, I think he's probably the first guy you'll play all year that can really move around and run like him. Are you going to tweak your defense at all, or are you going to change your practice, put a different player there as a scout team quarterback against your defense? Has that changed for you?
Damian Terry is our guy that really simulates what Devin can do to the best of his ability at this point in time. Devin Gardner, I think, is an outstanding player. He's a big, strong guy that can throw it. He can make plays, does it with his feet. He does it by creating. And, anytime you have a guy like that, it's tough.
Coach Fitz Toussaint was quoted after Michigan's practice yesterday, brought back the little brother comment from a number of years ago. He said this game is personal to him. Is it personal to you?
What do you think?
You tell me, Coach.
Yeah, what do you think? I think I'm on record on how I feel about this game, and I don't think there's any point in going through that. So, I'll just take I'll be candid, okay? So we'll leave it at that.
Let's talk a little bit about your offense these last few weeks, Coach. 3 of the last 4 weeks, you guys have played really well. There was 1 week you didn't. as you look at the film, what was the difference? What needs to happen for this offense to click?
Well, I think really, when you look at the Purdue game, our quarterback was misfiring. I mean, that was about the extent of it. There were plays to be made. We got to throw the ball more effectively in those games. I think with a young player, you're always going to have those times where you have to step back, regroup, and you're going to have to move forward. I think he did that in the fourth quarter of that game and came out of the game feeling good about himself and about our offense. We controlled the ball at the end of the game as well. So you got to move past those things. You got to play for the next play, and that's the best thing I think that he does. Like I said earlier, he's got resiliency, and with that, I think comes confidence after the fact. So we'll keep him healthy, we'll keep him moving, and I think good things are going to happen. But I'm excited to watch him play. He played very, very well this last game, and it was exciting to watch. So we'll look for more of that.
Head coach of the Spartans, Mark Dantonio. Coach, thanks as always for your time. Good luck this weekend.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Go Green.